Exercise 11.2, problem 11 to 15. Solution. The variance of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 is, can you guess what it is? It is 0. Because see, what is a data is all 10. There is no variation at all. Just one look at it without going into any calculation. A common sense will tell us there is no variation at all. So therefore the variance is 0. And mathematically also we can prove it. So variance is, okay, first you have to find standard deviation, right? So it is x minus x bar by n. But you have to calculate x bar. What is x bar? 10 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 divided by how many observations are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 50 divided by 5, the mean is 5. So x minus x bar will be, that is 10 minus x bar, which is 10, will be 0 for all the cases, right? So 0 square will be 0 and that divided by n will be 0. Therefore standard deviation is 0 and your variance will be 0. Okay, you got it? So standard sigma, your variance you can calculate from standard deviation. Standard deviation is sigma square. Sigma is d root of d square by n, where d is sigma of x minus x bar by n. But we know the mean is 10. So which means 10 minus 10 is 0, right? Every number is 10. So 10 minus average is 10. So 10 minus 10 is 0. 0 square is 0. And that is, so the 0 square is 0. So the whole thing will become 0. And that's the reason the variance is 0. In this case, the option is 10. Okay. Now, actually it should be sigma square. It's not sigma. Okay. Because variance is sigma square. So sigma square equal to 0, right? Please make that correction. Right. If the variance of 14, 18, 22, 26, 30 is 32, then the variance of 28, 36, 44, 52, 60 is. Please observe the data. 14 into 2, 28. 18 into 2, 36. So basically this series multiplied by 2 gets this series for us. Okay, I'm sorry. This is a series. So each and every term is multiplied by 2 to get this series. So what is our rule states? So we are asked to find the variance. We are given the variance of this is 32. So the standard deviation of this data is root of 32. And what does the rule state? Standard deviation of a collection of data gets multiplied or divided by a quantity k if each item is multiplied or divided by k. Here every item of the first series is multiplied by 2 to get this series. Therefore standard deviation of the second series is 2 times the standard deviation of the first series. You got it? So what it says is that whenever you have a collection of data, as in this case, and if you multiply each and every term of this data by a certain number, the standard deviation of the resulting series, that is the second series, is the standard deviation of the first series multiplied by that constant which you multiplied. Right? So here this series is multiplied by 2 to get this series. So first series is multiplied by 2 to get the second series. Therefore standard deviation of the second series is 2 times the standard deviation of the first series. And what is the standard deviation of the first series? Is root 32. So the standard deviation of the second series is 232. 2 into root 32. I'm sorry. And what is the variance? Variance is the square of the standard deviation. Therefore variance of the second series is the square of this number. That is 2 into root 32 the whole square. That will be 2 square is 4 and root 32 square is 32. So 4 times 32, that is 128. Okay. So this is the important rule. So whenever a series is multiplied by a constant, the standard deviation of the second series is the standard deviation of the first series into that constant. Okay. Right. Now let's go to the 13th problem. Standard deviation of the collection of data is 2 root 2. If each value is multiplied by 3, then the standard deviation of the new data, exactly what we did, part of that problem, right? There they gave us variance and they asked us to find the standard deviation. Here they're giving it very directly. The standard deviation of first data is 2 root 2 and every value is multiplied by 3. Therefore, the standard deviation of the second series will be 3 into this standard deviation. So it will be 6 root 2. option C. Okay, you can go to read that. So this is option C. Right, problem 14. So given sigma of x minus x bar the whole square is 48, average x bar is 20, and number of items, data items is 12, the coefficient of variation is. So what is the coefficient of variation? That is sigma x by x bar into 100. They have given you x bar, that is 20. So we need to find sigma. Then only we will be able to do the problem, right? What is sigma? Sigma is root of d square by n, or it is root of x minus x bar by n. And they have given us a sigma of x minus x bar the whole square, right? Right, and this is so this basically you need to substitute, and n is also given as 12. So the standard deviation sigma will be root of sigma of x minus x bar the whole square is 48 and divided by n. N is 12. So root of 48 by 12, that is root of 4. Root of 4 is 2. And the coefficient of variation is basically sigma divided by x into 100. Sigma is 2 and x bar is 20. So it is 2 by 20 into 100, that is equal to 20 will go 5 times, 5 into 2 is 10. Therefore it is option D. Okay. Right. Next is problem 15. The mean and the standard deviation of a data are 48 and 12 respectively. The coefficient of variation is. They are asking us to find the coefficient of variation. What's the formula for that? We just did that. That is sigma by x into 100. And what is sigma here? The standard deviation, the second data, 12. And this is the mean. So therefore it's 12 by 48 into 100. So 12 by 48, 12 will go 4 times, 4 will go in 125. So CV coefficient of variation is 25. It is option B. Okay. So I hope it's clear. If not, please go through it one more time. It will become clear. Thanks for watching this video.